Star Wars Battlefront upped the ante in a lot of ways. It made for such a better Battlefront experience. Unfortunately, some things did not get improved, and that includes some of the vehicles. So today we're going to be looking over the top 5 worst vehicles in Star Wars Battlefront 2. Spiderwalker is actually a decent option for taking out AI troops when you're playing offline, as the main beam is not the worst thing in the world, although it has a slow walking speed and is very vulnerable. It makes up for that with its decent beam. But the reason it is in this list is because it is very vulnerable to most fires. It only appears on Geonosis, which is just a wide open field. So you're going to be bombarded by a lot of different shots coming at you for one. And then two, on top of that, being in this open field, it means you're just easy pickings for the walker. The clone walker in this game is a huge improvement over what it was in the first Battlefront. And these things will just absolutely melt a spider droid. And as soon as one just gets his eyes on you, even if it's an AI, you'll just be completely destroyed. And if you're playing online, well, good luck to ya, because the weak points on the walkers are like extremely easy to exploit. So if someone can happen to get under you, then they can just keep on shooting those exploits and destroy you. And on top of that, having the walker and everything else just going after you, you're just going to get absolutely annihilated. These things are really not worth running, although they are not that bad, especially compared to everything else on this list. The Alliance AAC-1, or as I like to call it, Rebel Tank, is just a complete disappointment in comparison to the speeder tank thing from Battlefront 1. I think it was just so broken. It was insane. Going from that little OP thing to this piece of literal garbage, it's just an insult, man. An absolute insult to the Rebels. And on top of that, this thing looks like it should be good. It's got these two big guns that just shoot out rockets, but for some reason it's just garbage. Those are limited to the co-pilot, the two big guns for one, which is like not good because using online, you have to get one other person in there, waste your slot, or you have to get an AI in there, which is going to be complete garbage. And if you get an AI in there, like I said, they're going to be complete garbage and they're going to screw you up. Even if you have a human in there, aiming these things just does not work that well because again, it is the secondary pilot. What were they thinking? And oh my god. Plus, if you're using the main guns as the main pilot, well, good luck to you because those are just complete garbage. You can barely take out basic infantry, never mind other vehicles or turrets or literally anything. These are, god, they're just so garbage. If an Imperial tank comes up to you, you might as well get out and start throwing grenades down because you'll have a better chance doing that. Battlefront 2 speeders are absolute garbage. Their blasters do literally nothing, unlike the ones from the first Battlefront, and using them to get from one point to another is like the only real purpose. You can argue that's exactly what they're meant for, but I argue that that's just stupid because it's a vehicle. And anyways, so other things you do with it is you're going to crash into things and you're going to die a lot because the mobility is really high and the maps it's on are just like not good for it. You're on Kashyyyk for one, and on Kashyyyk you're going to gain shot a lot because there's just so much shit going around. There's so many turrets in the sky and there's such an open sight on you that a good sniper can just snipe you out of it. A Jedi can run up to you and hit you with their lightsaber, and there's just so many ways you'll die in these things, and it's just absolutely awful. It's so bad. And then on Endor you can't see shit. I mean, it's a little bit better on Endor because of that, because they won't be able to see you coming. But even then, by the time you get to their command post, you're probably going to die. So what's the point in using it? You can't use it as heroes because you're slower and you're more vulnerable on these things. And they'll just see a hero coming at them on one of these and they'll just shoot them. That's what's going to happen. Like, yeah, they're just so unbelievably bad. Like, oh my god. It doesn't matter if you're using the Clone Wars ones or the freaking Empire ones. They're just, Snaps to me are the biggest waste of potential and the biggest disappointment of this entire game, right? Which is funny to say, but they're nothing like they were in the first game. You know, like the decent mobility, the good weapons, and like the good map selection even. Like you don't get any of that in this game. They just suck ass. For one, their mobility is just garbage. Sometimes the weapons are like worse than the speeders. And again, they leave you completely exposed, but they're extremely slow on top of that. And it's just such a shame because in the first Battlefront, these things were just awesome. I love riding on these things. It was just so much fun to go in and kill people with them. It was actually viable because snipers weren't like as good as they are in this game. Yes, they were better in Battlefront 1 than they are in Battlefront 2, but the hit scan, or the travel distance rather, on the sniper shot is like, it's a lot faster in this game than it was in the second game, so you get sniped on these way more often. Jedi as well will absolutely destroy you. And in the first game, these were actually a viable weapon like to use, you know, versus in this game where you're just gonna die if you get in these stupid things. If you are on a map that has one of them, which is like what, Kashyyyk and I don't know what other map, you're probably gonna die. So you're better off walking than using this hunk of garbage. And the worst vehicle in Battlefront 2, surprising literally nobody, is the Hailfire Droid. And this is shocking, I know, right? Yeah, no, not really, but this thing is just garbage. The weapons are just atrocious. They're just complete ass. They pretty much do nothing. The main machine gun is just so shit. It overheats so fast. The missiles are somehow less accurate than they were in the first game, which is just a complete miracle because those missiles just went wherever the fuck they want in that game. In this game, I feel like they're not even go wherever they want. They just go in random directions that the algorithm in this game just throws out. And then they just do nothing because they're just garbage. Which is kind of funny, to be quite honest with you. But and then you also have the atrocious controls on these things. Oh my god, I get it's only 2 gigantic wheels, but it doesn't have to be this bad of controls. Holy crap, man. You're just driving in a straight line, and turning is impossible. And again, you get melted by the walker, because again, the walker in this map, or rather this game, is OP compared to how it was in the first game. So you're just like, with this thing, it's just you're literally better off using a sniper, using a rocket launcher, droid, fucking anything, man. Except for using a Geonosian turret. Do not use that. It's just like, oh my god. Oh wait, okay, it does have one thing over the Battlefront 1 version, and that is that both weapons have unlimited ammo. Ooh.